Why the King James Bible still stands. There's a major difference between a translation and an interpretation. A translation tells you what was said. An interpretation tells you what someone thinks it means. That's the problem with many modern Bibles today. They're not translating the original text. They're interpreting it, often with theology already baked in. The King James Bible was a true translation, and here's something most people don't realize. Much of the source material used by the King James translators, manuscripts, reference works, cross-texts, no longer exist today. They've turned to dust. They're gone. And what we have now is only a fraction of what those scholars had access to in the early 1600s. They weren't just scholars. They were linguists, historians, and men of deep reverence for God. They compared thousands of texts and worked line by line, never twisting the meaning to fit a denomination or a modern doctrine. Today, many modern versions are based on just a handful of older, broken, or inconsistent manuscripts, some of which even contradict each other. There are over 5,800 Greek manuscripts of the New Testament, but only one is complete, and even that one has corrections, erasures, and questionable omissions. The King James was built on what's called the Textus Receptus, a collection of manuscripts that agree with one another and were used by believers for centuries. It's not just tradition, it's preservation. Jesus said, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away." If you believe that, then you have to ask, where are those words today? They're not in a Bible that cuts out verses. They're not in a version that changes "should not perish" to "will not perish." They're not in translations that follow the thinking of the world. They're in the word that was preserved, honored, and feared, the King James Bible. We don't need a Bible that adapts to the culture. We need a Bible that speaks with authority from the throne of God. And that's what the King James still does, word for word, verse by verse, line upon holy line. If this challenges you, good. If this helps you, share it. Because the difference between interpretation and true translation may be the difference between truth and deception, between sound doctrine and eternal loss. Let's get back to the book that never changed.